Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic of discussion is magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. You know that a bar magnet has two poles, one is south pole and one is north pole, and the effective length is known as the distance between the two poles, that is south pole and north pole. You also know that the effective length of the bar magnet is less than its geometric length. Okay, this is the geometric length, but the distance between S to N is effective length. It is less than the geometric length. Here small m denotes the pole strength of the bar magnet and 2L denotes the effective length of this bar magnet. Now the magnetic dipole moment of the bar magnet is denoted by capital M, and it is defined as the product between the pole strength of the bar magnet and the effective length of it. That is, capital M is equal to M into 2L. Capital M is a vector quantity and direction of capital M is south pole to north pole, and unit of capital M is ampere meter square. Unit of capital M is ampere meter square. Now I am going to discuss about the magnetic field strength at a point on the axis of a bar magnet. That is, let this is a bar magnet and OP is the axis of this magnet. P is a point on this axis. O is the middle point of this bar magnet. OP is equal to R vector. Okay, and its magnitude is R. That is, OP is equal to R vector. Now the magnetic field strength at the point P due to north pole is E1 along R direction, that is along OP direction, and magnetic field strength at the point P due to south pole is E2 and capital E2, and its direction is along negative R direction, that is from P to O. Therefore the magnetic field strength at P is due to the whole bar magnet is the resultant of E and E2, that is E vector is equal to E1 vector plus E2 vector. We can denote R vector, E2 and E1. Okay, now you know that E1 vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi magnetic pole strength M divided by distance square, that is OP square. OP means R minus L, R minus L. That is E1 vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi M by R minus L whole square R cap, and E2 vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi R by M by R plus L whole square minus R cap. Here the distance between SP is R plus L, and the direction of E2 vector is opposite to R vector. That's why we write minus sign or negative sign. Therefore E vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi M whole into 1 by R minus L whole square minus 1 by R plus L whole square R cap. Here R cap denotes the unit vector along R vector. Simplifying, we can write that mu 0 by 4 pi 2 into 2 ml by R square minus L square whole square into R cap. You know that 2 ml is equal to capital M, where capital M is the magnitude of the magnetic dipole moment. That's why we can write that capital E vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi 2 capital M by r square minus L square whole square r cap. This is the final expression of magnetic field strength at a point on the axis of a bar magnet. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the magnetic field strength at a point on the perpendicular bisector of a bar magnet. That is, NS is a bar magnet whose midpoint is O. TO is the perpendicular bisector of NS. Okay. P is the point on the perpendicular bisector. OP is equal to R vector. OP is equal to R vector. OP is equal to R vector. We are to find out the magnetic field strength due to the bar magnet at the point P. Okay. This is also known as equatorial position of the bar magnet or broadside on position of the bar magnet. Now the magnetic field strength at P due to the north pole is E1 and it acts along NP direction, and the magnetic field strength at P due to the south pole is capital E2 vector and it acts along PS direction. Okay. Therefore, the magnetic field strength at the point P due to the whole bar magnet is E vector, capital E vector is equal to resultant of E1 vector and E2 vector. Let angle PSO is equal to theta and angle PNO is equal to also theta. PS is equal to PN is equal to D. Therefore, cos theta is equal to L by D. Therefore, the angle between E1 and E2 is 2 theta. And you know that magnitude of E1 vector is equal to magnitude of E2 vector, because the pole strength of two bar magnets, the two poles, pole strength of two poles of a bar magnet are same and the distance between PS and PN are also same. Therefore, E1 vector, mod of E1 vector is equal to mod of E2 vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi M by D square. Now, the resultant magnetic field strength at the point P is E vector is equal to under root of E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 E2 cos 2 theta, and its direction is along N to S, that is its directs parallel to N to S. This is the direction of E. It is parallel to N to S. And now, putting the value of magnitude of E1 and E2, we can get magnitude of E vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi M by D square under root of 2 into 1 plus cos theta. And you also know that 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta. By simplifying, we can get mod of E vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi 2 M cos theta by D square. This is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi 2 ml by D cube. And you know that D is equal to, D is the hypotenuse of PSO, that's why D is equal to under root of R square plus L square. This gives magnitude of E vector is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi capital M by r square plus L square whole to the power 3 by 2. Here 2 small m L is equal to capital M, where capital M is the magnetic dipole moment of this bar magnet. Now I am going to discuss about the torque on a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. Let 2L is the effective length of a bar magnet placed in a uniform magnetic field having field strength capital B. Theta is the angle between capital B vector and capital M vector, where capital M is the magnetic dipole moment of the bar magnet. Small m be the magnetic pole strength. Small m be the magnetic pole strength. Now, now the north pole experiences a force F1 is equal to m into B vector, and S pole experiences force F2 is equal to minus m into B vector. Since F1 and F2 having same magnitude but opposite in direction, that's why they form a couple. Therefore, the whole bar magnet experiences a torque. Now, we are going to find out the magnitude of torque and the direction of the torque. Therefore, torque on this magnet is tau vector. Now, tau vector is equal to F vector sin theta 2L sin theta is equal to MB vector 2L sin theta. Okay, this is equal to capital M mod of capital M vector mod of capital B vector sin theta, where mod of capital M vector is equal to 2ml, 2 small ml. That's why the vector form of torque tau is equal to M capital M vector cross B vector. This is the torque on a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. Now I am going to establish the tangent law. Let B1 and B2 are two mutually perpendicular uniform magnetic fields. That is, angle between B1 and B2 is 90 degree. A bar magnet is placed in this magnetic fields, and this bar magnet is in equilibrium position by the two magnetic fields. The torque acts on it by the magnetic field B1, that is, the torque acts on the bar magnet is B1 by the torque acts on the bar magnet due to the magnetic field B1 is tau 1, and the torque acts on this magnet by the magnetic field B2 is tau 2. We know that tau 1 mod of tau 1 is equal to m B1 sin theta, and mod of tau 2 is equal to m B2 cos theta, because theta is the angle between m and B1, and 90 degree minus theta is the angle between B2 and m. That is, the angle between the magnet and B2 is 90 degree minus theta, and angle between M and B1, or that is the angle between the magnet and B1 is theta. Okay, since the magnet is in equilibrium position, that's why mod of tau 1 is equal to mod of tau 2. Therefore, m B1 sin theta is equal to m B2 cos theta. Therefore, B2 by B1 is equal to tan theta. This is the tangent law. Today, I am ending my discussion at this point. If you like my video, then please click the like button and please subscribe my channel. Your subscription encourages me to prepare the further video and better teaching. Please subscribe my channel and share the video to your friends. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.